Cookies, a big hit with kids and adults alike. Everybody's got their own take on what a cookie should be. For me, it's crisp on the outside and pretty gooey in the centre with a filling of your choice, chocolate chips, nuts, M&Ms, whatever you like. This recipe will work with anything. Follow me while I go through it with you guys. Welcome back everyone. In this video I'm going to be showing you how I make my chocolate chip cookies. I've done a lot of research, been a lot of trial and error. I've watched a lot of videos on how people make theirs, and it seems the favourite is the crunchy on the outside and a little bit sticky and goo on the inside is what everybody wants. In this recipe, like I said, you can put whatever filling you like. In this, we're just going to go chocolate chips. I do like chocolate chips and hazelnuts. I might do a couple with hazelnuts for me. But yeah, you can put anything in them. Smarties, M&Ms, raisins, whatever you like can go in these cookies. Before we get started, I just want to say a massive thank you to all you guys who have subscribed already. If you're not subscribed, please do consider clicking the button. Also, giving it a thumbs up if you like these kind of videos. Really does help me with YouTube. Also, we have a Facebook group, which is a growing community now of people sharing what they're cooking in the kitchen. Because it's got to the size that it's got, I'm going to start doing monthly competitions and little sort of cook-alongs and things like that. So do head over to the Facebook group. All the links to our socials are below, and also a big shout out to everyone who's followed on Instagram. Instagram has exploded. It's crazy. But without further ado, let's get stuck into what ingredients you're going to need for these cookies. First up, 250 grams or 2 cups of plain flour, a tablespoon of salt and a tablespoon of baking powder, 95 grams of unsalted butter, 125 grams of brown sugar, 65 grams of white caster sugar, a tablespoon of vanilla extract, 1 egg and 1 egg yolk, and obviously chocolate chips. Okay, first thing we're going to do is we're going to mix our dry ingredients into a medium-sized bowl. So we'll go in with the flour, in with the salt, and the baking powder. Give that a whisk, and then we'll set that aside. Next thing we're going to do, we're going to get our big bowl, which we're going to mix the majority of our ingredients in. Pop the butter in, and we want to melt the butter. So I've got a pan of water on behind me. I'm going to heat this over the pan of water and melt the butter down. Once the butter is melted, we're going to add the 2 sugars, the brown and the white sugar. Get it all in there. And we're going to mix that until it's fully incorporated. Give it a good mix. Once we're happy with that, we'll add the vanilla extract. Mix that in. Now, all the while that we're mixing here, we're letting the butter cool. Because when we add the eggs, we don't want the eggs to start cooking. So now we'll add the eggs. Okay, so once we're happy with that, I'm going to start adding the dry ingredients. Now, we don't just want to pour the whole lot in. We want to do this bit by bit. So probably quarters. So add a quarter, mix it, quarter, mix, quarter, quarter. This is a workout if nothing else. And get it fully incorporated. You'll notice that I'm not using a whisk. It's too thick for a whisk. It's too thick for a whisk, handheld whisk mixer. It'll just all get clogged up inside the whisk. Much better off with this, and it's well worth the hard work. So once you're happy with your mix and it's all incorporated, we're going to add all the chocolate chips. Add as many as you want or as few as you want. I'm not going to add the full bag. If I feel that it needs more in once it's all mixed, I'll add more. These are quite big chocolate chips. Okay, so I've got my baking tray with some parchment sheet on there. Depending on the size you want your cookies, you could be looking at anywhere between 6 to 8, possibly 9 cookies per sheet. Obviously, if you want more than that, you need a couple more sheets. I'm going to put about 6 on here. You want them to be fairly well spaced out. Don't put them too close together. Ice cream scoops I've seen people use to do this. I think it's a little bit big. The cookies end up huge. If that's the size you want, great. I'm using a soup spoon, and what I'll do is I'll scoop up some of the mix like so. some on there. And then use a teaspoon. And that's my cookies ready to go in the oven. As you can see, I've got about half the mix left. You can do another tray. You can get this into a Ziploc bag and you can freeze it, and you've got the mix pre-made to go whenever you fancy making cookies again. I'm gonna stick with the 6 for now, get these made. So I'll whack these in the oven. Okay, so I've ended up cooking the rest of the batch because I've got no Ziploc bags. I didn't want to throw it away, so I've got some on a plate here. I'm gonna get the second lot out. They've been in the oven for about 15 to 18 minutes. What we'll do, we're gonna let them cool on the tray for about a minute before we remove them. If you try and move them now, they're still quite soft because they're so hot. You let them cool a little bit, they start to harden around the edges. We'll transfer them to the cooling rack, let them cool for about 20 minutes, half an hour, and then they're ready to eat. So all my cookies are cooled now, as you can see here. I'm gonna transfer these fellas to my plate of cookies. They're gonna fall over. They look awesome. So yeah, you whack them in the oven about 15 to 18 minutes. Take them out, let them cool, and then you're ready to go. I'm gonna have a taste. You would not believe the smell in this house at the moment. 2 lots of cookies. Let's get one of these. This was one of the first batch. Let's break. Oh. Crispy on the outside, fluffy and soft on the inside. Oh, that's nice. I think I've nailed it. I'm not gonna lie. Oh my God. Oh, I need another bite. That is so tasty. It's still chewy inside. I think if you wanted it a little bit more chewy and a little bit of stickiness to it, maybe air more on the side of 15 minutes. I went to 18 because they were quite thick. So depending how you like your cookies, but those are gonna be a hit. Give them a go. Make sure you let me know on the Facebook group, post some pictures would be great. Also comment below, have you got a no-fail cookie recipe? There is so many out there, the internet is full of them. But that one wins for me. Big shout out to Philip Lemoyne. I checked out his recipe, which is pretty much this one, and tweaked a few little things here and there. But yeah, big shout out to Philip. That is amazing. Love that. That's it for this video, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you're going to try making these cookies. They're quite easy, really, and it'd be really interesting to see your guys taking it. I am going to go and get some more ingredients. I think I'm going to do a few with hazelnuts in, and they'll be right up my street. So I'll see you guys in the next video. Take care. Bye.